As many of you will know, this is the last time I'll be speaking to you as your team rector, because after nearly 19 busy but very happy years here in the Horwich and Rivington team ministry, I'm retiring in 11 days' time, which is why you can see empty shelves here behind me. It's not that you won't ever see Anne and I again, I hope, because we've been given special permission by Bishop David to come back for a belated farewell service when all this is over, which isn't usually allowed. And when this lockdown is over, you may occasionally see us pushing at least one of our 2 grandchildren around Horwich in a pram. Our second little bundle of joy arrives in June, and it'll take more than a bishop's ruling to keep us away from them. Serving God's church here has been a tremendous privilege that we'll always be thankful for. And it's you, not our church buildings, who are the real church, the living family of God. And you are wonderful people. I know that I'm not perfect, and so many of you will have got annoyed and frustrated with me over my time here. I'm not the world's most organised person, nor do I always remember things that people tell me. But I hope I've been able to forgive my failings as I've always tried to do with you. Yes, some of you have annoyed me at times too, but I won't say who. Like any human family, our church family has to work hard at staying together and supporting each other, which is what I believe God's church is here for. You've all been a wonderful group of colleagues and friends to us over the past 18.5 years, and that's what team ministry is all about. Together we've been a team, a Christian family, carrying on the task that Jesus gave his church to share his good news with everyone. I'm not going to pick out individuals, but without you, my ministry would have been worthless. It's not clergy who make a church work well. We're just like conductors standing in front of an orchestra waving our arms around to keep you in time. But it's you who do the hard work and make the beautiful music that touches people's hearts. Sometimes I've felt that I've simply taken the credit for what the rest of you have been doing so well. And that's often what leadership is all about. We may set the pace and take the credit, but without you and without Jesus, we can do very little. So thank you for your encouragement and support for all that me and my colleagues in our ministry team have tried to do over these years. And please continue to support Michael as acting team rector until my successor is appointed, and all your ministry team as they continue to serve you in our churches here in Horwich and Rivington. Most of you know that I go on about love in my sermons because I think that God's love in Jesus is absolutely unique in all world religions and philosophies. Jesus didn't tell us as his followers to like each other, but he did command us to love each other, which isn't the same thing at all. I don't think it matters in our church families whether you like me or I like you, because we're commanded to love, not like. And that means we have to do the loving thing for each other, whether we like each other or not. I hope that you've learned a bit about that from me, and that you'll try to be faithful to Jesus as you look and pray for my successor. If you treat whoever that is with half the love that you've shown us, then I think they'll be very blessed indeed to serve you as your new team rector. Our dearest hope is that while we've been here, we may have done what we think Christian ministry is all about, and helped you to see Jesus more clearly in our words and actions. Our prayer for you will be that you will, as doubting Thomas did in Sunday's Gospel reading, meet Jesus in his family, the church, and grow in your faith in him and your love for each other. I'm going to shut up now because I want something to say if you invite us back for a proper farewell. But I'd like to invite you to watch one of my favourite Christian singers, Chris Rice, singing a wonderful song that I've played many times in services at Holy Trinity and on Good Friday at Rivington. This link is on the week's team newsletter, so please look for it there and click on it. I think that this wonderful song says it all. It's called Come to Jesus. And let me read just the words of just 2 of its verses that I think are especially relevant to these troubled times. Each verse ends with an invitation to come to Jesus, to sing to Jesus, to fall on Jesus, to cry to Jesus, to dance for Jesus, and to fly to Jesus. The 4th verse says this: sometimes the way is lonely, and steep and filled with pain. So if your sky is dark and pours the rain, then cry to Jesus, cry to Jesus, cry to Jesus and live. And the final verse, which sums up for me what my Easter hope is all about, says this: "And with your final heartbeat, kiss the world goodbye. Then go in peace and laugh on glory's side. And fly to Jesus, fly to Jesus, fly to Jesus and live." My dearest hope is that my ministry here has helped you to come to Jesus and find real life in him. Bless you. And to quote both Vera Lynn and the Queen, we'll meet again. I hope in this life, but definitely in eternity with the risen Jesus. Thank you all, and God bless you.